Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So here we have free-to-play Android 21. Up until this most recent celebration, this was the only card we had in the game of kind of, you know, like Android 21 in her transform state, but kind of like the good version of her. So she is a free-to-play character. She has EZA INT. Let's go ahead and give her a stickerooski right here. Now, I think, pretty down on this character. Let's jump in and see how effective she can be, but I mean, I really am not looking highly upon this free-to-play Android 21 right here. I, of course, did give her a full dodge build. I mean, this is a free-to-play support unit, so clearly dodge is what you're going to want to go with. This is also a character, I've used her a couple of times, right, just kind of like, you know, in other showcases and other runs and stuff like that, and she has seemed very unimpressive, man. So let's jump in and let's kind of see some of the stats that this free-to-play EZA Android 21 will give us. Alright guys, so we got a nice little opening starting rotation right here. One reason that this free-to-play Android 21 could really be quite a help is that, as you guys can see, she does have big bad bosses. Now, a primary kind of issue for the Android 21s here is that good Android 21, I mean, she certainly builds up to being much better, right? But she could be a formidable slot 2 character. Like, I don't usually see this character selling after she gets her attacks off, right? At least mine, right? Maybe a 55% one, but mine is typically completely fine. Link level 10 with the dodges and stuff like that, like she's good. But she does not have big bad bosses. And Physical 21, who is very good, does have big bad bosses. But the problem with her is that we don't really have like a good assortment of kind of like Android category, like big bad bosses to kind of work with here. Now, I know people might look towards Cell, but the Cell characters are all dead. I mean, INT LR Cell, I do think once transformed can do some things, but even he really is a pre-AoE meta character. I think that if you get a lot of orbs for transform Cell, like he could hang in there tough against maybe like Omega. I mean, I guess you could have him transformed against Fusion Zamasu, right? Like turn 2. It could be very helpful to have him, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess in LR Cell, you know, maybe when we're gonna do the EZA Android 16, 17, 18 like video, maybe we'll bring in LR Cell and try and make it happen with him, you know, kind of like transforming and healing. But, like, the AoEs are a problem. So, big bad bosses in general is kind of an issue. When a character has big bad bosses, it really does seem to me like Dokkan, like, they balance around that. Like, oh, the character's got big bad bosses. I mean, it's a huge 25% attack and defense. Easily the best link in the game. So, it's like, it creates an issue when characters have big bad bosses. The unit seems designed and balanced around it. But then we don't necessarily have the characters who could get that link activated for them. Now, this girl right here could help us quite a bit. I mean, because she's doing a lot of support. She, of course, has big bad bosses. I mean, look at this link set right here. Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, which good 21 is going to have. They had Dokkan Fest. Shocking Speed, big bad bosses, Shattering Limit. Like, that is perfect for the 21s. It's great. But, I mean, in terms of her kit, I don't know if we're quite so good. Now, here, this is where they're trolling. This is a free-to-play character. Her super attack effect is 30% attack and then 7% HP regen. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a free-to-play character. She's got to have the defense there. Now, her passive, she gets 121% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets 21% attack and defense per Android category ally in the same turn, which we have all 3 triggered right here. Then she is also getting 21% attack and defense per power absorption category ally in the same turn. So we would have her plus Evil 21. Obviously, MVP 17 is not power absorption. Then she gets 121% attack and defense on super and seals enemy super attack for 2 turns if HP is 60% or more when attacking. Why? Why is that restricted to 60% HP? I mean, this is where... I mean, it's not a good enough level, but I mean, we could get her up to, you know, like, she's going to be almost 500k defense here, I guess. But, I mean, this is, you know, most of her good links active, MVP 17 support. I mean, this is, like, as good as it's going to get for her stats. And she's, like, sort of, like, right around touching, like, 500k. That's it. Like, that, it does not cut it. And people might think, oh, 500k is pretty good. No, because, like, Fusion's Monster does 500k turn 1. Ignore his AoE. He's doing 500k per normal turn 1, not talking about the AoE, right? Once you get to these big bosses, dude, they're doing almost 1 million per normal, the biggest bosses, after they super attack. So, it's like, oh, 500k defense. No, dude. Like, that's not gonna work. I get she's free to play. Free to play does not automatically mean they should suck. I would like, if, like, she could help. This would be a very helpful character for the Android 21s. I think you could leave her exactly the same, but you tack 70% dodge onto her, and we're talking. I know 70% dodge. They don't dish 70% dodge out very often anymore, if you notice. It's very rare that they're just like, here you go, 70% dodge, because it's busted as hell. And because characters cannot tank in this meta. The biggest bosses are just whittling. The best, you could run a team of the best units in the game out there, and the bosses are whittling your ass down. Right? There's nothing you can do about that. 131 from this Frieza, okay. I mean, she is a slot 2 character, but... Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not really taking that against her. Now, we're healing. So she got 7% HP regen from that. I just don't know. And the last thing she does, I didn't get to this, is she gives Android or Power Absorption category allies 3 key and 30% of stats. I like that. I mean, she's a nice little support. She has the links that could be good for, like, you know, Physical 21 or, you know, good Dokkan Fest 21. But, I mean, damn, dude. It's like... You know, I mean, it sure would be nice if, like, the character, if any pressure is aimed at her at all, you will lose. Just clear, like, that's it. If there is any pressure aimed at her, you're done. It's over. It's over. It's over. So, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily good enough for a character at this point. I mean, it's not... Fusion Zamasu did not come out yesterday at this point. Omega did not come out yesterday. Like, I would prefer, like, you know, the more I think about, like, the physical Android 18, like, Link State character, too, like, she's not really providing very much. We haven't quite hit post-Fusion Zamasu power creep yet. Like, a lot of the Heroes characters felt that way to me. But look at all the releases after Worldwide. 17 and 18, mid. Ribrianne, mid. Gohan and Piccolo, mid. I mean, Android 21, mid. Like, all these characters are mid. None of them are exceptional. So, I mean, it is a little disappointing for sure. Now, here we go. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll leave this. All right, so... We'll have good 21 ready to transform. I mean, we're going to have everything except for Shattering the Limit activated right here, which is obviously very good. Here's 800k for physical Android 21. That's pretty good. Here's the issue, though. Frieza is going to just raise that hand up, and, like, we're taking tons of damage. And remember, this Android 21, this fodder-ass EZA free-to-play character... For some reason, she's only getting the multiplicative attack and defense on super attack if her HP is 60% or more when attacking. Well, guess what's about to happen when Frieza supers right away? Okay, that didn't happen. That's good. That's good. I mean, if Frieza doesn't super, that'll be useful for us. I mean, I guess I do like her HP regen, so she's healing. The Dokkan Fest good Android 21 will be healing when she supers and at the end of the turn after she transforms. Right, all these Android 21s are going to have Metamorphosis, which will be healing everywhere. You know, I mean, this good 21, we wouldn't want to run her on the crossover team. Oh, no super attack. Okay, that's actually very good for us. Because that Frieza super would have done a lot. So 8.5 she gets up to. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Cut her damage in half and give her a defensive mechanic, and she's 70 times better. All right? Damage against the biggest bosses does not matter the way a lot of people pretend it does. You need to be able to handle their attacks. That is the path, the method to winning, is being able to handle the big boss attacks. All right, now 21 was able to super, so she should do okay. Yeah, double digits right there, because she was able to super attack first. So, yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think, about this Android, 21, this EZA character. She does not seem very effective to me. I don't know. I don't see myself using her a lot. I mean, you know, I don't know if I really mind the androids and power absorption restrictions and stuff. I think free-to-play characters are the characters you should give those types of restrictions to, but to make them competitive. And I don't know that this Android 21 is competitive. I just... Not being able to take any pressure whatsoever. Like, if we would do a real fight... I'm talking... We're not even talking the AoE fights. Like, you know, because we're not talking about those. Just fight, like, Red Zone Zamasu. Red Zone Goku Black. We have to treat her like a Cyberman. Like, you know? And again, we're not talking about the AoE bosses. So, like that, it's tough. That's tough. It's tough to think about. I mean, this is a good Android 21 showcase. We can go ahead and get her transformation in here. I mean, no reason not to. Alrighty, so, I mean, I guess we could just leave the rotation just like this. Obviously, I'll transform with the other Android 21 too. So, like, a rotation like this, like, every super attack we do on this turn, we're gonna be getting stats. Okay, sure. Friend is at level 10 links as well, too. Cool. Alright, let's see how we do. Remember, good 21, of course, is giving support to the entire rotation. We're getting 30% stats, and wait, is it 3 key? Yeah, 3 key and 30% of stats, which is a fine support ability. I mean, I love making a free-to-play character a support character. I think that's a good idea, right? But, you know, I do feel like she needs more. And then, of course, transformed, like, they're going to have everything except for, you know, Fierce Battle / Shedding Limit. Those are the only links that they don't have together. All right, so she's at 8.5. I mean, she gets up to that. That's really what I think. I think is her damage is a little too high. Take away some of that, give her the defense instead, and we're cooking. I don't think that's a super attack from this Frieza would have done too much damage. I think AGL Frieza, though, that's where it would get scared. If that AGL Frieza supers and connects with our Android 21, it would be no bueno. So, yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about this Android 21. I guess we'll do maybe one more rotation with her and we can finish up. I think something like that is good. Alrighty. What are we looking like in terms of our stats right here? I mean, she's up to 294 right there. I mean, as long as we don't take a bunch of damage and keep our HP high, like I guess her stats could be okay there. Well, okay in 2022 fights, of course. Alright, we do have MVP 17 up. Remember, we've got everything except for Shouting Limit. Alright, let's see what she does right here. Miss Int EZA Android 21. Alright, so good. This Dokkan Fest 21, she doesn't get supered right away. She'll be able to tank very well. This Frieza doesn't do too much damage. But... okay, 9 million, sure. And then all these super attacks are healing us. That is one thing I really do like about, like, a lot of these Android 21s is all the healing that they're providing. It could be fun. It's just like we would need another like super top tier character onto this team. Like we really would need another extra character to help before. Oh, nice super attack dodge. We'll take it. Before things get crazy, like you know, early on before Android 21 is able to transform, right? Like that kind of help kind of would be necessary. Okay, we're getting the dodges in. Love it, love it. Is Frieza going to pop a super attack? Frieza could double super, right? Nah, we're good. Alright, well, let me know what you guys thought of the INT EZA Android 21. I mean, she can have a nice little amount of support, but I mean, her inability to be able to handle, like serious fights. I just don't subscribe to the idea that a free-to-play character needs to suck. Like, I don't think so. I mean, considering the way Dokkan is structured, right, where there's 9 million teams we're running, like, I don't, like, it does not change anything, like, if she's a really effective character, like, on an Android setup or something like that. Like, a character who is safe. Again, we need options on this Android 21 team, and I don't know. I can't even think of what is a fight where I would actually use Android 21. Like, maybe the closest would be the Red Zone Zamasu fight, and then, you know, Int Zamasu at the start does not attack very many times, and then the second phase is the LR Goku Black and Zamasu who are tech, right? So, like, if I was going to use her in any difficult fight right now, I guess it would be that. Maybe I'm too harsh on her. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Alright guys, this is Good versus Evil. Android 21 transformed Good. Her leader skill is Android category key 3 and 77% of stats, or Int type key 3 and 50% of stats. Her super attack is the Excellent Full Course, which gives her 30% attack for 1 turn, supreme damage, and then recovers 7% HP. I do like the HP regen. I mean, it could synergize well with the Dokkan Fest 21 when she's transformed too, but no defense is just really bad on a super attack effect. I mean, we're about to be in 2024 here. Her passive skill, another possibility. She gets 121% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets 21% attack and defense per Android category ally attacking in the same turn. Then she gets 21% attack and defense per power absorption category ally attacking in the same turn. If all allies in the turn are Android or power absorption, she gets the extra 121% attack and defense on super attack, and seals the attacked enemy's super attack for 2 turns if HP is 60% or more when attacking. So, all in all, it just doesn't get her defense, I think, to a high enough level. The last part, of course, is the Android or Power Absorption category ally 3 key and 30% attack and offensive support, which certainly is good, but I just don't know that this is enough, even for a free-to-play character. I mean, maybe if we're running Power Absorption, I mean, is there enough good characters on Power Absorption where we wouldn't run her? I mean, the answer is probably no, but, I mean, I just think that this 21 team, this Dokkan Fest 21 team, needs help, like, serious help, and this doesn't quite cut it, right? Like, this is gonna help Power Absorption for, like, a legendary Goku event mission or something like that, man. Like, that's about all we're gonna get, I think, out of this good Android 21. Her links are Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Shocking Speed, Big Bad Bosses, and Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 140%, and then, of course, she's on a couple of teams, but, I mean, she's an Android / Power Absorption support, so, of course, we want to run her on those teams. So here she's on Androids. She's also over here on the Peppy Gal category team. Then she's on the Transformation Boost team. We also have her on the Majin Power category team. We have her on Battle of Wits. Then she's also on Power Absorption. I mean, this is one of the 2 categories that she's supporting, and her passive is kind of restricting it to. And then finally, she is on the Crossover category team. Now, again, I don't really mind restrictions for a free-to-play character. I think that's an easy way that they could, you know, sort of like balance a free-to-play character to have restrictions, but still be a competitive character. I think some of the problems is that a lot of the Dokkan Fests this year have been highly restrictive, right? And it kind of has soured people's thoughts. Like, again, if 21, you know, full Android rotation would have 50% dodge or guard or something like that, like, she'd be solid. A nice slot 3 support type character for like an Android team or a Power Absorption team. That's more so what they should have went with. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.